And now,
a Zone It 91.3 91-second movie review.
5, 4, 3, 2, and
Action!
The Netflix summer movie event Fear Street taps into their established Stranger Things fan base by paying homage to the classic campy thrillers many Gen Xers and older millennials grew up on. But while it's based on a series of books by R.L. Stine, this is certainly no Goosebumps. Now, if you love true horror movies like slasher films with brutal violence and gore, the Fear Street trilogy is right up your alley. Not only do these films contain graphic horror elements, it's also wrapped in a captivating story with well-written, intriguing characters. The trilogy has one central plot that takes place over 3 separate time periods, which, by the way, lends itself to a pretty killer soundtrack. The first film is set in a town in 1994, the second at a summer camp in 1978, and the third is largely set at an early settlement in 1666. I was initially nervous about the balance between the films paying homage to classics like Scream, Friday the 13th, and The Crucible versus just straight up copying them. But the movies were executed quite perfectly with a good mix of familiarity, but an overall fresh take on classic horror themes. Each film had its share of cheesy moments, but they don't last long, nor do they bog down the viewer's overall experience. And none of the films drag on for any longer than they should. I think my only complaint about the trilogy is that Netflix could have given us more breathing room between the films. Subsequent sequels were released a week after the previous film, and I think because of that, the films have largely flown under the radar without as much hype as they could have had. But that's kind of a weird thing for me to complain about. I mean, you now have 3 movies to watch back to back to back, so enjoy, but buckle up. It's quite the thrill ride.
Cut! That's a wrap!